now we already mentioned the prerequisites. Now let's talk about while we're in nursing school. There's a lot of exams. Of course, every schooling, you have to take tests. But the thing about nursing school, as with any other professional school, it's not like any 4-year, 2-year, 1-year degree. These scores actually will determine whether you stay in school or not. Whereas you can get a 2.0 and kind of skim by with schooling in the other degree, not in nursing, right? So I mentioned the Hesi, they give you that after every close of a subject, whether it's pediatrics or nursing 1 or nursing 2 or obstetrics, they'll give you a Hesi just to test your understanding. And what they say is, if you score 85 or higher in the Hesi, they have the propensity to believe you'll do well on the NCLEX. But if you fail the Hesi, they probably won't even push you to the next class. You won't have to redo the class. You could take the Hesi, those Hesis, a couple of times, but they will not pass you to the next class. A lot of schools will not every school, if you do not do well. Some of the schools, they just look down on you and they're like, you're one of those, right? And you're kind of marked. But there are schools that will not let you pass. FYI, some of you know the Hesi to be the exit exam. Okay, so the other thing too, it dictates allows to continue. So that's what we just said. So now again, on more exams. So now here's the thing about exams. So you know how when you're in school, you don't just get exams, you get homework, assignments, you get projects, you have to work with each other, you have clinicals. Well, nursing, in order to pass, none of those things matter. You could spend how many hours doing a project, how many hours in clinicals, and it doesn't matter. The only thing matters is your scores. That 77% or 85%, if you do not score 85 on the exams alone, talking about quizzes, you get 100 on your quizzes, that doesn't matter. You get hundreds on all your homework, that doesn't matter. If you fail your exams, you're not moving on, right? And that's an important fact to take into account. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it when we think about the role of your peers, okay? So, all right, so now let's talk about the biggest exam that's part of nursing, the NCLEX, your boards, right? This is like the bar, or I don't know what it is for medical school, but it's just that important, okay? So you have to do a lot of preparation for it. But the thing is, if you go through nursing school well, again, in my book, it talks about all the different ways to study and all the steps that you can take in order to absorb the information and register in such a way that you can retrieve it. If you go through all of these classes that we mentioned before here in a strategic manner, and you're not taking tests just to pass the test, but you're actually learning the information as you go through nursing school, this is not going to be a problem, right? But for students who are a little bit more weak in those subjects, when it's time to take the NCLEX, they do have issues, right? Some of them are afraid to take it right after school ends, and they take a longer period of time because they realize they didn't learn much and they have to kind of teach themselves, right, before they go take the NCLEX. But this is the demarcation or what states whether or not you're a nurse. You can graduate from nursing and never become a nurse, like because you can't practice, you don't have your license. So let's talk a little bit about it. So it's for LPNs and RNs, right? So PN is the same thing as LPN, licensed nurse practitioner, and RN, as you know, is registered nurse. So they say 6 weeks before graduation, you receive 2 applications from your nursing school, and one is to let them know that you have just finished your schooling and you are equipped to take the exam, and the other one is to apply for the exam. So the first step is to apply, right? That you do that before you graduate, because you know you are going to graduate, right? And then once you graduate, then you send that paper and say, I'm done. So now they'll send you, I forget the word, what they send you, a piece, it's a number that tells you that you're ready to take the NCLEX, right? Anyway, it's $200, right? And you can register by phone, or you can fill out the application online, as you can see here. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the NCLEX. So this is the LPN. The LPN is 85 questions to 205 questions. So you're like, wait, it's not set? Why? Well, the thing about the nursing exam is that it doesn't tests your knowledge. It tests your safety, right? So they adjust the questions according to how you answer. So let's say you answer a question that's at this level, you get it right, the next question you will get will be at this level. The next question is at this level. As you get them right, they increase the intensity and the need for judgment in the next question. But as you get them right, they try to ask you a question that is similar to it, another question that is similar to it, and they're hoping that you get the hint and you realize I really need to focus and get this question right. So and that's for both of them, LPN and RN. And so some people, they have an exam, the NCLEX, and they'll finish at 75. That means every question they gave them, they got them. They got a few wrong. You can get at least 15 wrong because 15 of them are just trials. Obviously you can get a little bit more, but they're seeing that you are at a standard level of understanding of nursing and your level of safety is what it should be. But once you start to fluctuate and you answer this one and then you answer this one, and they start to get a little skeptical, and then they keep giving you questions until, there are people who reach 265 and who pass, and there are those who reach 265 who fail. There are those who reach 75 who pass, and there are those who reach 75 who fail. So the amount that you get does not dictate whether you pass or fail, right? So the maximum hours for the LPN is 5 hours. Maximum hours for the RN is 6 hours. And if you fail, they send you a diagnostic to tell you which subject matter you failed in and which ones you were near passing and which ones you were above passing. That way you can help yourself by studying those topics a little bit more, right? For more information on how to register for classes and get help from our tutoring center, visit www.gab-nicnursingtutor.com. That is www.gabnicnursingtutor.com. To view our free or paid classes, sign up on www.thinkific.com. That's www.thinkific.com and register for the pre-recorded classes of your choice after searching for the Gab-Nic Tutoring Center uploads. We offer in-person tutoring and Zoom calls. You can also find us on YouTube for more free classes and tips on how to do better in nursing. We are also on Facebook, where we upload articles, tips, and tricks on how you can make your journey to becoming a nurse smooth and near effortless. Did I mention Instagram? Basically, we are everywhere. So check us out or call 917-602-9927 and we will tell you just how to join. See you soon.